nakushemera umurebe washitamana nyamwiza tabarke binte byo kozire nebyo rabire mesa bitehoire izo bakuru kuba sande shaha ishatufya inagwanyeshuro ojaha shitamana nyamwiza a YouTube channel yanje hamwe na Tayari West TV okureba umjenyo tuba tkuretire esa biteje timtown yambara a Riviera Hotel kantwatunga umjisha gokutayiso mchara wa mani mnonga Mary Namukisa gutwahurire mboziye enshumiche hoire abambara university bakajweka rero kandi embozi y'amagaraje yarabaraba mu abantu bajiganiraho oku yahanzire nakunarga harukuruga akakoremera metari yemwe nemwe okubasa kugaruko mu ishomero yabire yarijiremu rero akereberera kataho buryo kurenga yashoma kurwo mu primary kuzo mu senior akaza university akagaraka kashoma degree ya kabiri ituru kweta masters sasa tari masters yo kuzanazanisa ya research ya shomero NASA undergraduate n'ibintu binji mwen original magaraga Mary nuro twakuretera kureke cyo mutano ikindi kwenda mu kugambero tari gambari yankore mwen program agent wenda kujikora mu rurimi urungereza kugira ngo atwere ku muruko general magaraje umuringo kumuhwera kugamba narakemurkaje ndababra nyamwiza reka tandije Mary Namukisa.
Yes.
Nakushemerwa mnonga.
Ninye nachira.
Lovely. Yeah. That's a plus. Kudos. I was worried you could not even greet.
No way.
I mean, it can be difficult for many people to really embrace a different language. So it's a good thing that you can exchange pleasantries. How are you?
I'm good.
No shachi no rarota.
Ndije.
Orize mnonga.
Tenye nashanga.
Amagaragara gata. Numarunzi. Nice. Looks like we could even go on. So, omurebe witu twareta Mary Namukisogu ko turakushoborere tarukumara nyankore ruhami konkanaza kugezaho kandi aha tarukumanyira nakashentu ijagamba urujungu namanyo Uruganda namanyo rujungu namanyo nyankore rutyo mbwenu konkani ndeba kwatanditsira ndamukanyo byashemera mwen katoro turakomye kora leta agamba urujungu rurinja bwizoberi otwehangande abo mutoto atayisa kugira ngo tafero bya kwenda kutugandara agamba ruri mu rwari kubasa. So Mary,
yes,
noza rwanka
Mitiana is my home.
Mitiana echaro umurka egombora no bimanya echaro mbacheta
Nalyankanja
umurka
is Sibulera, I think.
Bulera. Mitiana has lots of those boo places, right? Along the road from Busega to, I think, Mitiana, there's lots of boo B names of towns. Yeah. Busunju, Buwati, yes. Lots of those B names. I don't know whether it's intentional, it's a cultural thing, it's what?
You know, names of places, you get to know when the place is called what it is. So not really sure of the background of the names along that road, but it's what it is.
I see. So you are born to which people? What are your parents' names?
So my mom is Nzamuhabwa Goreti.
Nzamuhabwa.
Yes.
Goreti, wow.
And my dad is Elias Gafuye Kubaho. Gafuye Kubaho. Yeah. May his soul rest in peace.
Amen.
He's been dead. He died in 1997.
That's quite a while, Mary.
Yes.
And so you were born in Mitiana, like you just said. Yes. Your parents don't sound like their roots are in Mitiana, though, yes. From what I hear.
Yeah, so both my parents came from Rwanda, and they met here. So my mom came when she was like 17.
Okay. And
my dad came when he was just a little bit older. Yeah, so they just met there.
From what you hear or what you've heard, how did they come? I mean, there are many reasons and many ways people cross into countries. Was it business? Was it school? Was it visiting relatives? Were they refugees? I mean, Mitiana being close to Chegegwa sends a message, but I don't want to say that.
They came back in that day before actually the genocide and the wars. Okay. So it was by choice. My dad came to look for work.
Okay.
And my mom, like the entire family of my grandfather and grandma, my grandfather has had two wives. So
Right.
he came with both his wives and all the children and shifted from Rwanda, bought land in Mityana and built for his wives and stabilized there.
I see.
Yeah.
So your mother's roots are all now in Uganda, just like that.
Yes.
They rarely, if at all, move to the other side, because sounds like all the family came here.
Yeah, they rarely. Me personally, I've never been to Rwanda. So I was born here. I've grown up and studied from here. Yes, but both my parents came from that side.
I see. And how many children were you, and which position do you hold?
So for my mom, and my dad, I happen to be the firstborn.
Okay.
But both of them started from somewhere
And then
and had children.
remarried.
Yeah, yes, and remarried. So for my mom, we are three. I'm the firstborn. The one who follows me is a boy, and then the last born is a girl.
Okay. And for your dad's case?
So for my dad's case, I never got to meet the older children. So it's a long story because my mom and my dad met here, and it happens that they never actually got to go and see my dad's parents. So my dad was here alone. So, and he meets my mom alone. I think that the other children, the first family he had was in Rwanda.
Okay.
And then he came here and met my mom and they married. And after they marry, they never went to visit like his parents. And then my dad dies
Before anything had happened
before
like that?
anything happens.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know anyone on my dad's side.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Like no grandma, no granddad, no auntie,
No half sibling, no nothing.
nothing. I don't know. I know no one on
Were
that
you
side.
able to see your dad before he passed?
Yes, being the firstborn, I was able to see
Oh, you
him.
said 97, so probably
Yes.
you were quite some age then.
Yes, yes. I was, by the time he died, I think I was 11. I'm born of 86.
Okay.
Yes.
So you have some vivid memories of him.
Yes, yes, I have.
Lovely. May he sleep well. Okay, so you are born and raised in Mityana. What kind of family was it for you and your parents? What were they doing to fend for you people?
They were farmers. They were farmers, nothing else. So they were just farmers growing food for subsistence farmers. That is how we call them. Grow food for eating, the surplus you sell. And that is how they were able to take us to the lower classes, let me say primary. Yeah, that was it.
So that's how you went to school, and where did you start school from?
So the place I've told you,
Mityana.
Mityana, Buleda.
Right.
So we went to that place. That's not where I was born. So I was born in Mityana, Kabuambo.
Okay.
That's where I had my classes from nursery up to P4.
So where's Kabuambo?
Kabuambo, have you heard of Busubizi?
No, I haven't.
You haven't?
Just take me along the highway. That's all I know about Mityana.
So along the highway, before you actually reach Mityana town, there's before you reach Chiinda, because Chiinda is
Quite a developed place. Yes.
Yes.
I see it.
So before you reach Chiinda, there's a Maram road that branches off to go to those places.
Okay. So
that's where I was born, and we shifted to go to Kabuambo in 97.
They got bigger land, or what was the story?
The story is quite long because we were staying in Kabuambo and where we were staying, someone had given us
The land.
a land, like the way my dad came to a place and then someone is like, you can build here, but it's like it's not yours.
Right.
So we stay there, and then
After a while?
after a while, I was in, I think in P2, and something happened, so my dad left home.
Wow.
So he left home and he couldn't come back. Like he couldn't come back because they were looking for him. They were involved in some scandal, and then they wanted to put him to
Jail.
to jail. So
He fled.
he fled. He's like, when I go to jail, I will not get out.
Right.
So it wasn't like he didn't do a crime. Let me make that clear. You know, villages, they do bulungi bwansi, where they gather on every Wednesday,
Right.
and they clear the roads.
Yeah.
So one person didn't come, and then like those village chiefs. So the village chief asked my dad to escort him. They go and get the man who didn't come for bulungi bwansi, and then when they went, the man tried to fight them, and they broke his arm.
Wow.
And he was like from a big family, so they opened up a case. They came. I saw a man coming home and looking for him, and it was my first time to see people with guns. So my dad wasn't at home, and when someone told him they are looking for you, he didn't come home. Like he never came back home. He just fled the place.
Right.
And so we are in the grass-thatched house. My mom had just given birth to my last born. To our last born, she was 1 month.
Wow.
And we stay in the house. You know, when you're in a grass-thatched house, it has to be repaired almost every rainy season.
Right.
So the house, my mom could not repair the house until we couldn't stay in it
Anymore.
And then we left and started staying with our grandma's home. So we stayed there until we were able to actually look for
Something
actually
for
we
yourselves.
shifted with our grandmom, and then went to this new place, Namutamba Buleda.
So how did you get that place? Because from what you narrate, it's quite distant from where you were initially.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
So our uncle was staying there.
Okay.
Our uncle, who is like follows my mom, he was staying in Buleda. He had married, and then like he was like, I think it's better for you guys to come and stay this side, such that this land is better and blah blah. So they ended up selling where we were staying, and then we shifted with grandma and went to Buleda.
Right. And by then you said in which class?
So by then I was in, by the time we shift to go to Buleda, the class I joined in was P5, primary 5.
Okay, that's quite some time then.
Yes.
Okay, so you have memories of the previous school and this.
Yeah, so the school this side, P1 to P4, was Masoli Primary School, which no longer exists. It was like a small private school near home.
Okay.
Where my mom would go and work for the owner of the school, and then I would go to school.
Okay.
Yeah, so we shifted there, and then that is the very year actually UPE was enrolled.
Right.
So 1997. So when we shifted I now join a UPE school, Buleda Primary School. Some people call it VTN. That's where I studied from.
Why is it called VTN?
I actually don't know.
Okay, 'cause that's like an acronym for something.
I don't know what
VTN.
it is, but like it's Buleda Primary School.
Okay.
Like that's the common name everyone knows.
Okay.
So that's where I did my P5 to P7.
Okay, and now mom is on her own, right? Dad has not shown up again, or he's
Yeah.
back?
So that very year we reached in the new place, and then our dad, because I think he was knowing what was happening at home. So when we shifted that very year, 1997, he comes to visit us where we had shifted, because now I think he knows no one will come that side to look
track
for
him down.
him. So he comes, he visits us, he goes to my school, sees where I'm studying from, and then after, like they talk to my mom, he wants to come back home, but of course, I was a child. I never asked what they talked about, but he goes back. And I think it was like through a few months, because it's the same year,
But he passed.
someone comes home and tells us that he got an accident.
So someone comes, shows up.
Yeah, and tells us that dad had an accident, is in the hospital, and they needed my mom to go and nurse him. And I think like six days, then we get news that he's dead.
I'm sorry, and I'm sorry that I'm taking you back again. At that point, when he comes to visit home and checks on you at school, do you like get to know the details of where he's been all this time? By the time he's going back, does he mention, I stay in this place and I'll be coming back soon and all that stuff?
We actually knew where he was staying.
Okay, where was that?
It was, like, I don't remember the name of the place, but it was, I remember walking to go and visit him before we actually shifted.
Ah, okay.
Like it was like, let me say, something like 15 kilometers.
Okay, so at least you knew where he was and it was not something like he got lost completely.
Yeah, he didn't
out
get
of your
lost
lives.
completely, but
Yeah.
he couldn't come back home.
Because
and
of the circumstances.
Yes.
Okay. So he passes.
Yeah, he passes, and then like we are at home. Of course, he has died. Life continues.
You bury it right there because that was the new home and that was home, right?
No, we didn't. We buried him where we were staying initially.
Oh, now because he's dead, there's no problem. They won't come for him, so you go back and bury him.
We went back and buried him.
Okay. Those people showed up?
Which people?
The ones that were looking for him earlier.
No, they didn't.
I'm asking not necessary questions, I think, at this point.
They didn't.
My apologies.
It's
So,
okay.
okay, he passes and you bury, go back home.
I go back home, I go back to school. School continues. Finish P7.
And mom is beating odds now, yeah?
Yes. Mom is trying, of course.
You're 3. She
We
has
are
no
3.
job.
She has no job. She would do so many things. She was very hardworking. She was very, very hardworking. But in the village, it's different because you can even grow the food and you fail to get someone to buy it.
Because everyone has the same food anyway.
Yeah, everyone has the food. So unless you have something special. So I would be schooling, and like on market days, I would like carry produce to the market. Sometimes it would be like millet, cassava, sweet potatoes. So I would carry, and then when they buy, I buy books and other things for home.
School,
Yeah. So that's how life was.
And before we know it, P7 is done.
P7 is done.
And what next?
Of course, like me, I had no, like there was nothing next, because I knew very clearly in black and white
That school was done
that school was done.
at P7.
At P7, I knew it was done in a way that I never even went to pick my results
Because it wasn't necessary.
from school, because like it wasn't necessary. I didn't see myself using them. So I'd be passing by and people would be like, I think this girl was in P7, like when the results are back. How did you perform? I'm like, I don't know.
And you really didn't know.
And I didn't know.
And you really weren't bothered.
I wasn't bothered.
It was that bad.
I wasn't bothered, but at that moment, because I was young, like I was kind of smart in school, so I never like stayed in any class. So I was young, so my mom never wanted to see me at home, and she recommended that I go and study tailoring. There was a nearby school for Action Aid, Segai Memorial. So they would teach adults how to read and write.
Basic literacy.
Then they give you a skill. So they would teach you beekeeping, bricklaying, and concrete management and tailoring. And the assumption is that now you learn how to read and write. They teach you how to use materials to make beehives, and then like you don't need money to catch the bees and start doing
Stinging you.
yeah. So now you can get the money to buy maybe a sewing machine and all that. So you would learn all the things. And I told my mom, I cannot go and start learning, be in class with people who don't know how to read and write.
Absolutely.
And she's like, I know that, but you can just learn go, and when they are teaching what you know, you just sit in class. When they are teaching tailoring, you will pay attention and get to the skill.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I think the teacher will get to know who you are
Yes.
before you even enroll anyway. So they will know that the basic literacy classes are not your priority.
Exactly. So I went to school and just learned, like, I loved my mom so much. So everything, if my mom told me something, I would just do that. I never wanted to disappoint her. So I went to school and I learned tailoring, and I got the certificate and I got the skills. And then I finished 2002.
Meanwhile, you're like 12 or 13, right?
Yes, I finished P7, I think I was 12. So 2002, I start P7 in 1999. 2002, I finished the tailoring course. But I'm home. There's no money to buy me a sewing machine.
Yeah.
So I move around. You know, there are people who have their sewing machines, but they are not using them around the village. So I would get like gigs. Someone gives me a gomesi, I go to someone's machine, I make it. They give me 3,000, we share. I give them 1,500 and I take 1,500.
Wow.
But you know, those kind of things come, like they are seasonal. So it wasn't like really
Sustainable.
sustainable. So I was so desperate to at least buy myself a sewing machine. But so I did so many things around that time, 2002, after the tailoring course. I would work in people's, like I did the farming with my mom at home. And we didn't even have enough land to do the farming. So we would just go like, and then like, we didn't even have money to hire the land.
Meanwhile, when you call it farming, the viewer might get an impression of it's really a farm. Eh?
No.
I think the best thing to call it would be like gardening. So
Gardening, okay.
You get to know bits and pieces of land where you grow maybe beans here and then something else.
Of course, yeah. Okay, let us call it gardening. So that also, like, of course, like I've told you, you grow the food, you have no one to buy it.
Yeah.
And then like I tried like selling pancakes, frying pancakes and other things, and then I'd carry in a basket to nearby schools. And still
lunchtime.
you would not get people, like kids don't have money in the village. You would stay with your pancakes and you come back with them at home. Until 2005, when I got a job in Mitiana Secondary School.
As what?
As a cook.
How old are you, dear?
Let me see.
15, thereabouts?
No. Remember, I finished in P7 1999. It's
Okay.
2005.
That's about 6 years later.
Yes.
Okay, you're almost 18, right?
Yes, I'm 18 actually.
Right.
So I get a job, I'm being paid 35,000.
How do you get that job meanwhile?
So my mom is a Mzukfu. Do you know Bazukfu?
Very well.
Those ones. So they know each other.
Okay.
And they love each other, let me tell you.
They identify.
So one Mzukfu was a head cook in Michana Secondary School.
Okay.
And then like as I am trying to do this, do that, my mom goes for meetings, like fellowships, and like you discuss my child, she's here, she doesn't have a job, and then until Tata Kazana, who is the head cook, is like, let her come, and we work together in the kitchen. So they also give me, like, I'm staying with Bazukfu in Mitiana town because my home is far from town. So I'm staying there. I go to school and work and come back home.
By your staying there is that you join someone's home?
Yes, I'm staying in someone's home.
Yeah, they let you in as a child?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
How many children did they have themselves? How was life like at theirs?
So, like, it's not someone's home as per se. So, Bazuk have a home
Where they fellowship from?
where they fellowship from. It's their home. It belongs to all of them.
Okay.
So they put someone, a caretaker. So there was an old lady, Jaja Chisule, may her soul rest in peace.
Amen.
So she was a caretaker, and by then we were like four girls in that home, all from different homes.
With stories like yours and matching?
Exactly, yes. But all the girls were in school. I was the only one who was working.
Okay, so you get your job. They are paying you 35K.
They are paying me 35,000. I was so grateful.
Oh dear.
Very grateful.
2005.
2000.
35,000 could have been like today's 140. This was
It wasn't much.
like 70. Today's 70. 2005 money had
Maybe.
value, my dear. Trying to remember. Okay, maybe
Excuse me.
100.
Not 100. Because even maids were okay. Let's say maybe like 100.
Okay.
Yes. So I work, and now I have goals. I set my goals. I had goals.
Personal goals.
Personal goals. One of them was to buy a sewing machine.
Yes. That we came with from the village.
Yes.
We came with that goal.
Yes. So I'm like, I'm going to work. I'll be saving on this money. And then when I make 500,000, I'm going to buy a sewing machine of 150, get somewhere to rent or co-rent, where to put my sewing machine in town, and start working. And then the rest of the money will sustain me. And so, of course, now I'm the only one working, and my siblings are in school, so I still had to like take care. And my first payment I received, let me tell you what I bought. I bought a mattress.
Oh dear.
I had never slept on a mattress
Because
at home. So you can just imagine how it was.
Yeah.
So I bought a mattress. I was so excited. I actually bought two. The first month and the second month, I bought my first mattress. Both of them, I sent them home because in this home I had a mattress where I was sleeping. So I told my mom, no one should ever sleep
down
again.
On sacks.
So yes, on you.
Sacks where they would put grass there and then hang them out.
Oh my God!
I know those from the village.
Oh my God! That was the thing. I'm like, but you know when you're in that life, but you're so comfortable.
Yes.
You have peace.
Yes.
You're happy.
There is love at home.
There is
you
love.
Don't feel about all the things you're looking at. Yes.
We will be celebrating, jumping on it when my mom would put like new grass.
Yes.
So I send two mattresses at home, and I tell my mom, one is mine, one for visitors. So I just all the grass from the house.
Wow.
So then I start saving. 2005, 2006. 2006 June. That's when I get an opportunity to go back to school.
How does it come up?
So I'm in this school. So remember, I joined as a cook.
Yes.
So the kitchen was hard. Like, was hard.
What was the school's enrollment? Very many children, I
Yeah. I think it had like around 1,500 students.
Wow.
And these are secondary school students.
Teenagers.
So they eat.
Yes.
So, and my role was to prepare beans.
Oh dear.
So like 50 kilograms for lunch and 50 kilograms for supper. And then you have to pick them. You have to sort them. You have to carry them. You have to make sure you get people to carry them to the dining. It's your responsibility, and it was so hard. And then like even the heat itself of the kitchen was a lot. So I sat down and I told myself, like, I couldn't handle So I said, let me work for this month. When it gets done, I get my payment. I'll go back home and think
out.
through what I can do. But I grew up from a prayerful home. I think I forgot that.
The Muzukufu's home.
Of
I
course,
remember
you
that.
know. So we
Bazukufu
pray
will
a
pray.
lot. Like we pray breakfast, lunch, and supper. Each meal starts with a prayer. Not just a prayer of God, thank you for this day.
A long one where food gets cold.
No, you sing. You sing like 2 hymns. You pray, then read the Bible. You interpret it. You pray again and conclude the prayer. So that's it. And everyone has their turn of prayer
Of
at
leading.
home, of leading at home.
The Bazukufu here are called Abasimuchi.
Hey.
Yes, I think those are your people. The Bazukufu.
Okay.
Right. So that's how they pray.
Okay, yes. So every time it's my turn to pray, I would pray that I want to go to school. And like, imagine you've been out of school for all that long, you have not even picked your results, but every time I'm praying, I'm saying, God, I want to go back to school. And my mom would tell me, but one day she told me, can't you like just accept that maybe this is what it is? Yeah. And I was like, Mom, God knows everything.
Because every time you said that prayer, you touched a deep wound. So she wanted you to stop.
To stop.
Because she's already aware of it.
Exactly.
So you needn't remind her. You needn't cut the ulcer afresh. So that's what you did.
Like to me, when you're talking to God, you're talking to God.
Yeah.
You
And of course you're a child at this
Yeah.
point. What you and I are interpreting now is because we've gotten to the other side of adulthood.
Exactly.
Then for you, you're making your point to God.
So I now like I continue praying, but when I reach in this school, so I worked 1 month. I'm planning to go back home and just leave the job, and then the school gets to know that I have tailoring skills. So they get me out of the kitchen, and they put me at the sewing machine.
There was one in the school?
There was one in the school.
Wow.
So they would outsource the uniforms, but they needed someone to do the repairs. So like the zip is off, the student should not just ask for a pass out. So I would do all those repairs for students.
And you were really good at them, weren't you?
Of course. So I stayed on that machine 2005, 2006. So 2006, you asked how did it happen. So I somehow blended in the school. At first I felt so bad because these are like my age mates.
Yes,
Like,
at the
I'm
kitchen.
I'm the students. I'm like, no, why am I the one not in school? Imagine.
Yeah,
and
why
all
I said
that.
at the kitchen they would find you and see that you really are their peer, but for you, you're not in school, and then eventually as you repair their uniform, they can recognize that you're their age mate.
So, but somehow I accepted, and I looked at so many things, and I was like, yes, I've not studied, but at least I have something to do. I have a skill. And so I consoled myself, and I accepted who I was. And then I blended in. I started like, I would go to church and preach like in services for the students. And then they would prepare not culture, but sports galas. So in June, they would prepare a sports gala, and then students, teaching and non-teaching staff would be given a house. So they gave me a house. My house was red. Do you know, I forgot that I was a staff.
And you played like a child.
I was like, I actually I volunteered myself as a mobilizer for the color. I don't know how I came to that point, but I knew who was going for which race, who needed glucose, who needed this. And all the staff were seated in the tent watching students perform. Me, I was busy.
Right.
So one teacher moves to me and asks me, but why are you not in school?
Oh dear.
And I'm like, she's called Madam Betty. And I'm like, I'm not in school because I'm not able. And she's like,
what's your story?
You mean if there is an opportunity, would you go back to school? And the unconsciously I said I would. So we stopped there. I go on for my work, she also goes back and sits. And then where I wasn't, she goes to the head teacher.
And talks about you.
Talks about me. And what I didn't tell you, remember I told you I didn't pick my results. But
Yes.
somewhere, when I was doing that tailoring course, somewhere they wanted to take me. So they asked for that, for my results. I went back and picked them, and I had the first grade from the village, you imagine. So she goes, she talks to the head teacher. The head teacher reaches me, and then we are walking around the compound, and is like, "You mean you finished P7?" I'm like, "Yes." "And you want to go back to school?" I'm like, "Yes." "Go to class." Like, go to class.
Just quickly.
Like that. Go to class.
Wow.
I'm like,
which class?
I'm not understanding. So I go. I go to the dispensary. We had a dispensary, and the nurse was my friend. Of course, because the sewing machine didn't have so much work, I was added other responsibilities to clean the dispensary. So I went to the nurse and I told her, "Do you know the head teacher has told me to go back to school?"
Oh dear.
The nurse jumped. She was so excited. And I'm like, wait. I have not thought about it. I don't know if I can do it. We are in June. I've been out of school for almost 7 years. And now I joined when already students are already on their way. I will not be able to catch up. She's like, "Don't even think about it.
Go to class.
Just go to class. When you're the last, you will repeat, but just go." What if they change the head teacher today, and then you got this opportunity? You think that you come and say, the head teacher had given me an opportunity, but now I said I would start. She's like, "You just go." So I go, I buy myself the material, I come, I make the uniform. And then on Monday,
you go to class.
I walked to class. And then when I walked into the school, everyone looked at me and they're like, everyone was looking at me, they were not understanding that it's me. I go to the doors to get to the stream, and he's like, "Are you a sister to the tailor?"
Oh dear.
I'm like, "I'm the tailor." And then he's like, he's not believing, so he leaves me in his office, goes to my working area to see if Taylor is not there, and he finds Taylor is not there. He comes back, he doesn't say anything, gives me a stream. Now I'm joining senior 1, but the school is made in a way that the administration, of course, bigger classes are closer to the administration because the students are calmer. So the senior 1 is the last extreme end. So I walk, I'm putting on O-level uniform, so everyone knows that I'm going for O-level. And the students from S3, which is nearer to the administration, are calling me Taylor, Taylor, Taylor. So they are walking, following me until
your S1 class.
Until I run, like each class, everyone will find on their way follows. And then I enter the class, students are all in the windows calling Taylor. And I had a silent prayer. I told God, close my eyes to what is being done and my ears to what is being said, and give me a heart to study. That was my prayer when I sat down. And that was the beginning of the journey.
Meanwhile, I forgot to ask, when you switched from cook to tailor, did remuneration improve?
No, it didn't.
We stayed at 35.
We stayed at 35.
Oh dear.
We stayed at 35. So 1.5 years later, that is 2005, and then 2006 June, I had saved 370,000.
Well done.
So I was almost looking at my dream coming true.
The sewing machine.
The sewing machine. But now that's the money I used to buy myself
uniforms.
Yes, because the school gave me a waiver for school fees, but they were not giving me anything else. So it was a waiver for school fees. I needed uniforms, I needed books, I needed this. And that is the money. I bought my uniforms and I put them on until S4.
Wow.
Of course. But, you know, I was the happiest. I was.
Does mommy get to know you have rejoined?
I write a letter. I had no phone. My mom had no phone at home. So I had to write a letter and wait for people who are coming for prayers. They would come for prayers in Chinatown one week in a month, one Sunday in a month. So I wrote a letter and I sent it to her that I had joined the school.
No way. Try to hold myself.
Yes.
Gosh.
So like, I don't think I've ever been that happy. Like, I was so happy. I couldn't believe like that this had happened.
Yeah.
I didn't know how the future was going to be.
It didn't matter at that
It
point.
didn't matter at that
Yeah.
point.
All you
but
needed was to go to school and hear the
I just
opportunity was
embraced the opportunity.
in plural,
That it,
in wholesomeness.
yes. And I started giving testimony.
In
because
church.
because this was my childhood prayer. So
Yes.
it's like, when when you're praying for something, you kneel down and ask something and you don't know where it's going to come from, but you're just asking God that this is what I want. You don't even see it or even imagine where, but that's what you want. And one day it happens. Like me, I don't wait. I embrace the process. I don't wait for me to finish school for me to celebrate that God took me back to school. So I start, and you girl, I read.
Wow.
I read. I would read walking. I would be walking home.
And you're reading.
And I'm reading, like, and I would be sleeping, and I remember what the teacher taught in class, and I can't really get to understand it, and I'll wake up
To try and read.
and open the book and look at what it was. And when I started performing, kids started like, no.
They underestimated
They
you.
underestimated me, so they would think, because I've been a staff, the teachers are giving me free marks.
Oh, yes, they're favoring you.
Yeah, they are favoring me. until they actually got to know that, wow, she's actually smart.
So senior 1, term 2 is when you joined.
Yes.
How was your performance at the end of the term?
Was I like around 124, like as the position?
Out of?
But I know I left like 15 students.
Well done.
Yeah, but
Remember,
I was
we
like,
thought you'd be the last.
I know, I wasn't the last. I was
Well
like,
done.
these students are.
I know.
So I wasn't the last, and I think when the third term, I think I shifted like, I don't know how many positions. And then senior 2, I started hammering them.
Wow.
And like, but I wasn't that smart. There were smarter students, but I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted. I would ask everyone, all students, I would just know who is better in what. And then like every time we'd do a paper and I fail a number, I would go to who has passed this number, and I'm like, I need your help here. I would go to my teacher's door, and the teacher is like, you will come back at 2. And like at 1:55, I'm at that. Teacher, you said I come back at 2. And like that was what it was.
And before we knew it, Form 4 is done.
Form 4 is done.
And then after that?
So Form 4 is done. Now I don't know what is next. I'm like...
Now pause. Sorry, I'm taking you back. Form 1, term 2, you rejoin school. What do you do in the holidays, the school holidays?
So I work at school.
You still stay to work?
So I would not work
the usual work
during school
term,
during the term, but I would stay and work at the school, dig in the school garden and the school compound, all the holiday apart from Christmas.
Yeah.
So all the holidays from when I started school, I would be at school working.
So Christmas, you go the whole Christmas holiday, or just a bit of 2 weeks and then you come back?
So I would go when the school breaks, and then I'll go home, then have Christmas, and then on the 2nd I would report back to school.
2nd of January?
Yes,
okay.
For work until
at least you had time with family. That's what I was looking for.
Exactly.
And your sister and your brother?
So my sister and brother, and are still in school. Like there's a very big gap between me and my siblings. Yeah, because the one who follows me died, and then there was still a big gap between me and him. So they are a little younger. By then they were in primary.
Okay.
So we reached senior 3, and then I drop out again.
What's up?
So my mom falls sick. And she was admitted in Mulago for like the entire term. So I leave school. I actually left the holiday thinking she was going to be worked on and she gets fine. And by the time we start the term, I'm back. So I asked
You go to nurse your mom?
Yes, I asked the school that I want to go and like my mom is sick. And then the teacher who was responsible doesn't allow me. He's like, but you have to work. If you're not working, you're not going to study. And I could not even listen because like I could not choose school between school and my mom. I just left. I was like, if that's it, then I have to go. So I go and take care of my mom for the entire holiday. The term starts in Mulago, and then like they were doing exams towards end of term. That's when we got discharged. I just bring my mom home
and go to do exams.
And like I go, I find they had even done some of the exams. I do the rest, and by God's grace I pass, and then they allowed me back in.
And you get promoted to senior 4.
I even got, I think, 10 in the best 10.
Wow. Wow, Mary.